The views and opinions of this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers. There is substantial risk of loss in trading futures and options, which you should carefully consider prior to trading.
Make sure to subscribe to the Market Talk YouTube channel. You can watch our latest interviews with top market analysts in the country, find bonus content, and much more. It's easy. Just go to youtube.com/@MarketTalkAg and hit the subscribe button. Or you can search for Market Talk Ag on YouTube.
And joining us now for market analysis, recapping the February WASDE report from USDA, Arlan Suderman, Chief Commodities Economist at StoneX. Arlan, soybeans, kind of the talk of the market here right now, post-WASDE report. Let's start with the South American numbers. USDA did make a cut to Brazil's soy production, but not as much as many in the trade had expected. Your thoughts on some of those South American numbers first?
Yeah, that was the key number right there is Brazil's soybean production, which started out above 160 million metric tons before they had the adverse weather during the growing season. Our StoneX Brazil customer survey, farmer survey, puts it at 150.35 million metric tons. USDA was at 157 million metric tons last month. The trade thought they would come down to at least 153.2 million metric tons. CONAB, which is the equivalent of Brazil's USDA, came down to 149.4 million metric tons earlier this morning, very close to our estimate. But USDA only came down to 156, only down 1 million metric tons. They cut their all corn production estimate by 3 million metric tons to 124. That's most interesting to us because the 75% roughly of their corn production is a safrinha crop, which is less than 20% planted right now. So they were aggressive in cutting the corn production number and really matched what the trade expected, even though most of their biggest crop hasn't even been planted yet. But that was pretty close to what the trade expected.
I know the Argentine numbers, quartered soybean production, that was left unchanged. Let's go to the U.S. side. Soybean stocks higher, corn ending stocks were up, wheat stocks were up, and USDA too on the soybean side, they cut, 35 million bushels from U.S. soybean exports. So some changes there as well with pretty much higher ending stocks across the board, Arlan.
Yeah, it was interesting. USDA cut food, industrial, and seed use for wheat and corn and grain sorghum by 10 million bushels each, and added that to the bottom line for wheat and corn. For grain sorghum, they increased exports to offset that. On soybeans, they cut exports by 35 million, and I've been warning that they could cut as much as 50 million off of that, but I expected them to at least partially offset that with an increase in crush because we are running above the seasonal pace needed to hit USDA's crush target, and we have more crush facilities coming online. So I expected that increase. They did not do so. So that cut in exports all went to the bottom line. 315 million bushels of ending stocks. The trade was expecting 284. So the soybean market sold off hard initially as the algos traded that number, but it's really come back as the human element has taken over, is the trade basically saying, okay, we priced in a smaller crop. CONAB confirmed what we thought. We just think USDA is being conservative and not going there yet. So we're going to go with the CONAB number. That's what the market is telling us. At least right now, we'll see how we close the day.
Yeah, I'd have to say, overall, the numbers that we got here from this USDA report, it doesn't feel like it's adding anything bullish, per se, to these grain markets. It feels like just a little more weight thrown onto the bearish side of the boat, so to speak here, Arlan.
It really does. And you look at wheat is particularly posting double-digit losses as we talk, and has been a real struggle. And that's largely because the Black Sea sets the world wheat price. And there are indications in the cash market that Russia has lowered its wheat price some more, it and Ukraine trying to compete with each other on export values. And that pushes the European prices down, which ends up pushing our prices down as we try to compete.
Real quick, in the livestock trade, cattle are hanging on to some strength here post-WASDE report, while hogs are a little bit lower. Any notes for you in the protein sector today?
Yeah, most definitely. As we look at the cattle market, they're getting a boost today, and it really comes down to the deliveries against the February contract. We saw 16 loads of deliveries tendered last night in the Texas Panhandle, $182.22. all of which was demanded by the long. So on the first day of those deliveries, we see the long side demanding delivery. That speaks well for demand right now, and that's what the market's responding to with higher trading.
And once again, Arlan Suderman, Chief Commodities Economist at StoneX, joining us for midday commentary, recapping the February World Agricultural Supply and Demand Estimates Report. We'll have more coverage of the WASDE coming up this afternoon on Market Talk. We'll have a conversation with Brian Doherty, Senior Market Advisor at Total Farm Marketing. That is going to do it for the Market Talk midday commentary here on Thursday, February 8th. I'm Jesse Allen reporting.
If you miss an episode of Market Talk, you can listen back to the show anytime. Just search for Market Talk on your podcast platform of choice, and you can hear past episodes of the program on demand.